Friends, is it not intriguing to know how we think and make our decisions? Hindu scriptures, rich as they are in metaphor, symbolism, and allegory, can offer some pointers. They can explain us a little better. Can we draw parallels between our cognitive abilities and aspects of quantum behavior? Can we propose that our behavior is analogous to quantum concepts like interconnectedness, unity, or the idea that the observer plays a important role in the creation of reality? Or can we use quantum principles such as superposition, entanglement, and interference to understand the complexities of human thought and decision processes? Can it also provide some answers to human consciousness itself? If it can, the artificial intelligence model that we have today would be that much more closer to human intelligence. Or can we use quantum principles such as superposition, entanglement, and interference to understand the complexities of human thought and decision processes? Can it also provide some answers to human consciousness itself? If it can, the AI model that we have today would be that much closer to human intelligence and mimic human emotions as well. Friends, these are the questions that we will try and answer today. There are many ways we define our mind. It's complex and has many faculties. Actually, it's a hypothetical faculty that manifests itself in mental phenomena and is not made up of any cells. Our mind is a collection of mental processes that allow us to think, feel, and experience the world. Of course, it happens through the senses and so on. It includes both conscious and unconscious processes. So, how does it do all this? Our mind perceives, remembers, considers, evaluates, and then decides. And it transforms information as well. So our mind can influence a person without their awareness or intention and can shape who a person is and who they will become in future as time passes. It even influences a person's physical well-being and emotional state. So, how do we study the mind? Cognitive science is the study of the human mind and its intelligence. The theory of mind is the understanding that other people have mental states such as beliefs, intentions, and knowledge. Self-awareness is also very important. It is the ability to be aware of one's own thoughts, feelings, and actions. However, answers to many of these questions lies in the understanding of quantum effects. A quantum is the smallest discrete unit of a phenomenon. Simply put, quantum of light is a photon and a quantum of electricity is an electron. Further, quantum mechanics describes the behavior of matter and energy at the smallest level, such as atoms and subatomic particles. Whereas matter composed of atoms occupies space and has mass, it can only exist in any form that it chooses, such as solid, liquid, gas, or plasma, provided the dynamics is also understood. Energy is the capacity to do work or produce heat, which happens when the interatomic space is disturbed. Now, what is interesting in our pursuit of understanding ourselves is that the matter can be converted to energy and vice versa under certain conditions. Why so, one may ask? That is because the human body is also composed of atoms, which consists of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Interesting, right? The basic building blocks of matter. They are the basic building blocks of the matter. They define us as well. There is also a vast array of subatomic particles beyond these three, including quarks, leptons, and bosons. Atoms combine to form molecules, and molecules combine to create various substances found in the human body, such as proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, and nucleic acids. Would their behavior not be similar to any other matter then? That said, human body, brain, mind, they all must exhibit quantum behavior. Further, our consciousness is the state of being aware of and being able to think about our own existence, sensations, thoughts, and our surroundings. If such consciousness were to also depend on quantum principles, such as superposition, entanglement, and interference, then we are much nearer to understanding our own being. First, let's look at superposition. Quantum physics has the ability to exist in multiple states simultaneously, or quantum particles have the ability to exist in multiple states simultaneously, or superpose until measured. In classical computing, bits are the basic units of information, and they exist in one or two states, that's 0 or 1. But in quantum computing, qubits can exist in a superposition or both 0 and 1 states simultaneously. In short, they describe the behavior of matter and energy at the smallest of scales. Superposition allows us to process information in parallel and exploring multiple possibilities at the same time. That's the reason we do it so fast, or the computers do it so fast. Similar to our cognitive abilities. Once a measurement is made on a qubit, its superposition collapses, and the qubit takes on one of the possible states with a certain probability, just as we do once a decision is made in our mind. Similar to multiple states of qubits in superposition until measured or observed, doesn't our thought process allow us to be in multiple locations simultaneously through a superposition of states? That further means that quantum effects do influence how we make our decisions. All that remains then is to build a quantum model that would capture phenomena like context-dependent decision making, the influence of framing effects, and the emergence of cognitive paradoxes. The second is the entanglement. When particles become entangled, their quantum states become intertwined, And the measurement of one particle instantaneously determines the state of the other particle, no matter how far apart they are. Now, don't our thoughts depend on multiple variables such as inputs from our senses, our subjective experiences, self-awareness, and our ability to perceive and respond to the environment? Doesn't it mean our cognitive variables are also entangled or influence one another even when they are not in direct contact or they are disparate? Now, the third process is called interference. Similar to quantum interference, where waves can reinforce or cancel out each other, interference in our decision-making process too could explain cognitive phenomena, where decision-making is influenced by the context or the framing of the problem. Friends, all these arguments are interesting as they are, may need a lot more quantum biology to unravel the mysteries of the human mind. Therein lies possibilities of exponential growth of artificial intelligence. With that, I would take leave of you for this Saturday with the promise to return back the next Saturday with another episode that I am sure you will find interesting, as you always do with my presentations. I remain, and Dhanyavad. Thank you and Namaskar.